welcome. I'm Don Dudrey, Senior Product Manager at Wowza, and today I'm here with Chris Smith, Senior Vice President of Product from Zype, which, if you don't know, is an industry-leading infrastructure and content management provider. Chris, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me. Nice to be here.
Yeah, we're excited to have you. Why don't we start off a little bit about yourself? What brought you here, and how'd you get to be the SVP at Zype?
Yeah, sure. So like you said, I'm SVP of Product at Zype. I've been with Zype for about 3 years now. I head up all product management, product development, product strategy at Zype. Prior to Zype, I was co-CEO, head of product at another SaaS company, so I do not have a long storied career in video. A little bit of on the ground running, learning, but it's stuck since, and I'm excited to be working in video. It's super exciting.
So how long have you been with Zype?
About 3 years now.
About 3 years
Yep.
now. So why don't we, let's jump into Zype. What does Zype do? Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, so Zype is a video distribution and content management infrastructure. So we help product teams build awesome video streaming products on top of our platform.
So it's infrastructure,
Yep.
it's content management system.
Yep.
What else do you have? Do you have
So
dashboards, APIs?
we kind of cover the full range. So our customers are using Zype to handle everything from encoding, storage, packaging, delivery of content. They use Zype for on-demand and live streaming. We support monetization, so everything they might need to stand up a direct-to-consumer streaming product, SVOD, TVOD, AVOD, you kind of name it, not to go through too many acronyms. Yeah. And then at our core, they use our dashboards and our APIs to kind of build on top of the platform.
So we were showing a bunch of the different things you guys do.
Yep.
Analytics. Analytics is a big deal.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about your analytics.
I mean, it's really interesting. And I think we'll talk about our customers in a second, but we support a really broad range of customer types, different media and entertainment segments, et cetera. I'd say like the one universal truth is every customer wants good analytics. So it was important for us to build out robust analytics that can help measure things like client-side engagement. So how are people watching my content? How are they engaging with the content? Server-side, source of truth, streaming analytics. So how many bits am I moving to what different sources, and how do I kind of have an immutable truth around that? And then revenue analytics. A lot of our customers who have SVOD or TVOD-based businesses really need to understand what programming decisions they're making are helping to drive revenue for their businesses, and where they're seeing kind of inflection in terms of programming investments, et cetera.
So when you talk revenue, I mean, obviously monetization is a big deal. What can Zype do to help customers monetize their streams or monetize their video?
Yeah, so we have a lot of built-in tools to do things like set up paywalls. So a lot of our customers are deploying SVOD-based networks in a direct-to-consumer model. So they can use our built-in embeddables, our video embeddables, to set up paywalls on their website. They can use our front-end applications. So we have a lot of templated applications across different marketplaces like Apple, Google Play Store, Roku, Amazon Fire TV. For those marketplaces, we offer a product called Marketplace Connect that helps them offer in-app purchasing capabilities, but all of it's tied into a back-end service. And sure. Believe it or not, there's a ton of complexity in standing up a kind of single source of truth, multi-marketplace, multi-platform monetization model. So we kind of obviate a lot of that technical complexity and just make it easy for customers to deploy these solutions across these different marketplaces.
So tell us a little bit about the customers then. Who do you work with? Who benefits from working with Zype?
Yeah, I mean, we call them over-the-top innovators. We love working with customers who are kind of pushing the edge in terms of over-the-top direct-to-consumer delivery. So, the types of customers we work with, a lot of media and entertainment companies, but we also work with digital brands, publishers, broadcasters, sports, health and wellness, fitness folks. It's a pretty good mix. We have about 180 customers today, and just growing like gangbusters.
Yeah, I saw a Spin Master up there.
Yeah, they're actually a really interesting use case. They're one of the newer customers that we work with. They are a brand that offers children's toys primarily, so you wouldn't think necessarily a ton of video content, but they actually have a really robust YouTube ecosystem, and they're working with Zype on a lot of their play-out distribution.
Yeah, I imagine you guys are responsible for a lot of the Paw Patrol episodes my kids have watched over the years.
Yes,
those guys.
Slowly growing over time now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, we talked about growth. you know, what's you've described it as, or we have described the company as, built by developers.
Yep.
It's for developers. Why is that idea important for you?
That's I think a little near and dear to my heart because I love working with all of our customers, but I have a really soft spot for working with our customer developers. I think that a lot of what you can see in our platform, the dashboards that we have, are all API first, API driven, and from a product development philosophy, that's kind of the strategy that we're trying to employ is giving developers, our customer developers, their video product teams, really good low-level infrastructure to build on top on. A problem that I think I saw, over the course of being at Zype is there's a lot of technical complexity in standing up infrastructure, thinking about spending time on low-level tasks that may not really push the needle. So instead, what we try to do is provide a really awesome set of APIs, really great SDKs, publishing tools, and developer tools, so our customer developers can focus on innovation and driving really cool front-end consumer innovation, things like that, versus spending most of their time thinking about how to stand up this microservice or do XYZ. So I think that's why it's really important, really relevant, even more so looking at the next couple of years.
Oh, it makes sense. And as much as you love working with developers, we love working with you. Let's talk a little bit about Wowza and Zype and how we've worked together.
Yep.
I think we have got a couple examples we can show, but let's start with live. Everything's live, right? Let's talk about live encoding.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've been working with Wowza, I'd say, about 3 years now. Since I've been at Zype, we've had a partnership with Wowza. As you can imagine, I'm sure you know this really well, in the modern day video, kind of ecosystem, providing infrastructure for customers means that we handle a lot of the infrastructure development ourselves, and we build a lot and maintain a lot ourselves, but we also find the right way to partner with the right folks in the ecosystem, and Wowza has been a great partner for our live streaming products in particular. So we work with Wowza Streaming Engine. A lot of it's focused around transcode and push map capabilities, and I think from a integration standpoint, we get a lot of lift by leveraging Wowza's streaming engine product because it helps us, kind of focus on our innovation and driving better customer experiences. Yep. Versus having to think about a lot of the, mind-numbing complexity in doing some of these things.
Well, and that's the thing. You talk about how complex things are and how things have progressed. It used to be single stream, and that's fantastic. But let's talk a little bit about multicasting and kind of how you guys approach that and using Wowza and, what do you see?
Absolutely. So, live as a segment for us has grown a ton over the last couple of years. More and more customers are interested in using live to not just engage with audiences, but also find and attract new audiences where I think where the consumer point of discovery typically happens. Like social is a big area of discovery for our consumers. So being able to take a single source stream and push that to Zype, and then with Wowza, making that available in a multicasted way to all of their social endpoints, making it super simple to do that to Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, Periscope, etc. That's a really powerful thing that we can provide to our customers, and we've actually built a lot of our API infrastructure on top of kind of that ability to deploy on-demand provisioning of cloud encoders that also pair with Wowza Streaming Engine. So it's a really cool product, and I think a great offering for customers who are trying to attract new audiences.
Yeah, that's great. Well, speaking of cool products, we're here at NAB.
Yep.
You guys I don't know where your booth is, pretty close by, I think.
I think so. We're hop, skip away.
Well, tell us a little about what you're showing off and what's new here. NAB this year.
So we're really excited. This year we're announcing the launch of a product we call Zype Playout. So Playout is, I'd say, like your single pane of glass linear broadcast solution. IP-based delivered linear channels. So with Zype Playout, we give our customers the ability to transform playlists of video in their Zype library into these linear channels, which then can be broadcast to any number of distribution endpoints, whether they're social channels, they're owned and operated apps and websites, or third-party distribution partners, folks like Sling TV, et cetera, where their content may be redistributed by some of these syndication platforms. So it's a really exciting time to be launching this product. I think we've seen a lot of demand from our existing customers, but we are also seeing a new type of customer come to us and interested in building out these linear channels. And again, reducing a lot of that complexity. Like, how do I replace on-premise infrastructure? How do I make sure that my linear channel management is available in the cloud and can be programmed by multiple people on my team? And I think that's a lot of the value that we're delivering here.
Oh, that's fantastic. Are there other things here at the show you're excited to see? Your booth, somebody else's?
So we're on the upper hall. Every year, at least one time, I make sure I can go down to the lower hall, the hardware exhibits, because I think that's, it's just, it's so cool. The panel displays, like the waterfalls, the like crazy things that you see. Like there's something I just saw earlier where it was like a video that made it look like I was entering the Matrix, and these things are great. So I love seeing in the upper hall how a lot of kind of more traditional software vendors or infrastructure vendors are helping to drive innovation here. But it's also really cool to see all the hardware and just kind of check it out and geek out a little bit from a personal geek standpoint.
It's a good time to be here. Well, Chris, this has been great. Thank you for coming out and being with us. Reiterate, come see Chris, come visit the Zype booth. We do actually have the number. It's SU 11312. So good luck finding that. But we'll love to have you come out and visit with Zype and swing by and.
Thanks. Yeah, thanks for having us. And that's zyp.com. Appreciate it. Yeah.
All right. Thank you all.
Awesome.